again with Team Devereaux, and in today's video we're going to be doing a Watch Me Build campaign using CPAGrip. We're going to be doing it for Instagram story ads. We're going to be showing you a lot of great information, the funnels and the templates that we use. We're going to go ahead and show you that in this video as well. So I hope you guys stick around to the end, as well as if you guys haven't already heard or signed up for the AFK forum, you can sign up by using the link in the description below. It's a free community. It's going to have other great information like this. There's already over 1,000 active members sharing information in there. It's a great place, and I'd love to see you guys there as well. And without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get started. CPAGrip. This is the website that we're going to go ahead and use, the affiliate network we're going to use for the Watch Me Build campaign today, where we're going to be choosing an offer, and I'm going to show you guys how I create some of the images I use for these offers and how I set up the campaigns within my business manager on Facebook. Today we're going to do it for Instagram stories, so I'll show you the full setup for that. And with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get into the content here. I've already got us logged in, so we'll just go onto the dashboard. Again, this is for CPAGrip. And this is going to be under the offer section here. I'm doing United States offers because that's where I am. It's just easier for me to pull up without using a VPN for you guys. So we'll just go and do some of those basic offers. I've already gone through and I've set it down under the category for email and zip submit. Because we're going to be doing some of these offers here today. And I'm going to show you guys how I walk through and get these campaigns set up for myself, and show you guys how to set them up if you've never done them before. So what I like to do is I like to go through and just kind of take a look at some of the offers. Nice thing with CPAGrip is you can hover over them and kind of see brief little landing pages of what they are. So we'll take a look and let's see what kind of offers they have here for us and what kind of offers we can run. So they got a ton of different offers here. You can see some statistics here over on the side. I think today what we'll do is we'll do this Galaxy S10 one here. It's a new phone that's coming out. A lot of people like it. It's got a nice payout here of $1.73, and it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and click on it, and let's pull up the landing page just so we can kind of see it. I like to see the landing pages just so I can kind of make my ad kind of look as close to it kind of as possible here. It looks like it's just a simple questionnaire and win a Galaxy S10. So that's pretty much it, pretty basic. Alright, so we know we're going to be doing the Galaxy S10 one. So what we're going to do first, I usually like to start with my funnel first to get that out of the way. For me, I like to use ClickFunnels. So here's ClickFunnels. This is going to be the template, the sweepstake template that Colin gave us. I like to use this one. This is what I use for all of my campaigns. It's a great template. We're going to go ahead and first, we're going to go ahead and set up our Facebook pixel for the funnel, so that way Facebook can track all the impressions and everything that we're getting and really optimize the data for us. And where you do that to begin with is you're going to go over here into settings, and scroll down too far. You're going to scroll up, and you can see right here it says enter Facebook pixel here. So this is where we would enter our Facebook pixel. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to my ads manager for Facebook. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to open up a new event manager page so I can get to my pixel. We'll let that load. And then here's the pixel I want to set up, so I need to finish adding it to my actual funnel. We're going to use the middle one here, manually add pixel code to website. And we're going to click on it, so that way it copies it. And just exit it. And then we're going to come back over here to our actual funnel here in ClickFunnels. We're going to remove this. And we'll go ahead and paste our tracking code in here for Facebook pixel. And then the big thing down here at the very bottom, guys, is you're going to want to save it. So let me move myself over here real quick, or else you won't see it. Save and update settings is over here. You're going to want to click this or else it's not going to save. So we're going to save that into the into the funnel. And now our Facebook pixel is already set up for our landing or for our funnel. Now we're going to go ahead and start editing our funnel here. So this is the funnel template that we have. Definitely a great funnel template. I would definitely recommend using this template. It's been used millions of times by millions of our team members. Tons of active winning campaigns using this same exact funnel. So definitely a great funnel. Make sure you guys use this. And basically we're going to do some simple things here. We want to edit this and we want to use some questions that are going to be pretty relevant. Easy, super easy for them to use. So we'll go ahead and click that here. We're going to edit the survey options. Let's start changing question 1. So first off, I like to do where did you find this offer? And then I like to put in some basic ones, Facebook, Instagram. We pretty much know where the traffic is coming from since we are using this traffic or paying for this traffic with Facebook. So we pretty much know where it's coming from, but we don't want necessarily them to know that. So we have these different things in here. We'll put like Snapchat as like another one, or we'll do website, something basic. For them to basically click through. We know they're going to choose one of these options anyway. And I believe that's it. And so we're going to go back. So that first question's done. Now we're going to do 2. And we want to kind of qualify them a little more. So this time we're going to ask them where they're from, even though we know that as well, since our targeting with Facebook is going to be broken down for where the country is. So if we're running in New Zealand, we'll want to make sure that obviously we leave one of the answers as New Zealand. But let's start with that. So where are you from? The offer we're running today is from the United States, so I'll put that in first. I usually like to do like United Kingdom. And maybe New Zealand. And we'll just put Germany in there, just to put them in there. All right, so that's that for that. Now, what we'll do, we also want to change the outcome. So when these people are done with the survey, we want to make sure that they go to our actual offer and that we're going to be promoting. So we're going to want to click Outcomes up here and go to Default Outcome. And let me move me again. Over here, this is where you would put your affiliate link. So we're going to go back over to CPAGrip. We wanted to run this Galaxy S10 offer, so we're going to do that. We're going to copy the link that they give us here, and we're going to go back over here, and now we're going to paste the link here. So whenever someone goes through the quiz that we just set up and they are done with the 2 questions, the next thing after they hit next is going to bring them directly to our offer for them to sign up and for us to get our conversion. So that's all set up. That's the main part. We want to make sure that we get that taken care of. That's good to go. As you can see, the front questions have changed here to what we said. Now we want to change up here at the top. We're going to be doing the Samsung Galaxy S10. Oops. So, sorry. We're going to want to put when a Galaxy S10, and then answer the questions below. Where did you find this offer, and all that good stuff. So that's all set up. We have the actual setup. The only other thing that you'll want to do is come down here and change the privacy policy, the terms and conditions, and then contact us. You can actually get that from the bottom of the page here usually. So you just want to change out the links. So here's a privacy policy. Here's the terms and conditions. So you just want to change out those links basically for the other ones. Pretty straightforward with that. Just change these out. Now the next thing that we're going to want to do is change the background to make it a little bit more trustworthy. We want to put maybe a Samsung background on there. Sometimes if I don't find a background that I like to work, sometimes I'll just change it to a color that is kind of more close to the landing page or the funnel that I was using, or the landing page that I was using. I'll maybe try and make them close, but let's try and find an image. I think a Samsung one might not be too hard. If anything, they do a lot of gradient backgrounds on their phones and stuff like that. So a lot of people are used to that kind of thing. I don't think we'll have too much of an issue. Let me exit out this. We're good with that. So we'll go to Google. Let's just say Samsung wallpaper background. And let's just see what pops up. Go to images. So they have all these different images. You've probably seen some of these on your phone, you know, some of your Samsung products. Let's see. I didn't really like those ones. These ones are a little better. Definitely a lot better. Because like this one is a pretty popular one for people's phones. I like definitely the newer phones. Same with this one. I don't think this one will work though because it's really slim. So that's why I'm skipping over that one. We'll open it. Let's see. Let's just see what it looks like. It might work actually. We'll just save it. We'll try it out. Let's see. What else do we got here? If anything, we'll just use a blue background like this. That'll work out perfectly fine. You just don't want to make it look tacky or anything. So I found that even if I use kind of like a plain color sometimes, it still works really well. Let's just do that. Let's try that one photo that we saw here. Basically, to change the background of the photo back here, you would go to Settings and go to Background. And then if you just wanted to change background image, we can upload either, I don't think I saved it correctly, so we won't do that. But we could do backgrounds here, and like I said, there's a nice color ones. Samsung uses blue a lot, so I'll just choose probably this one. This one looks like a good blue. We'll hit Add. And that's that. Probably space this out a little bit. I don't like it when it's so close to the top sometimes. You can change the top margin some and bring it down. Same thing with this. Bring it down some. All right. Now another thing I like to do is I like to add like a kind of like a logo up here. So this is for Galaxy S10, a Samsung Galaxy S10. I'll probably change that to Samsung. But let's look for a Samsung logo. I like to put in PNG usually when I look at logos because I want them to have transparent backgrounds. So either put PNG or you can simply just put transparent. And these are some pretty popular ones here. I actually think I might have some already. Let's see. So these are all the images I've ever used. I know I've done Samsung here in the past. All all types of campaigns. I would definitely recommend using Canva, guys, if you guys aren't already. It's definitely great. Yeah, see, look, here's some of the other Samsung offers that I tried before. So basically, let's see. Oh, but those aren't on this computer. Aha. All right, so there's one. Let's see what else. We'll just use that one. That should be a good one. This actually isn't the right area. We're going to want to put the image on top of this. So we're going to add an element. We're going to add an image. And I want it up top, above it. Now we'll click on it, and we'll change the image over here. Then click it, add image. So now we have that. We have the big Samsung logo up here at the top. It looks a little bit more professional, a little bit more trustworthy than before. Let's bring this down a little bit more. Just a little. All right. I actually don't like this background too much, so let's see what other backgrounds they have. Let's see. Let's do this one. It has kind of a little different of a display in the back. All right, so that looks a lot better. One other thing, I want to change this from website. Usually what I actually like to do for that is I like to put other. That way, even though we know they're going to click on the other ones, it looks better than website, in my opinion. So I'm going to change that. Just a pet peeve after looking at it. And so that's that. Let's go ahead, and I also want to make sure that it looks good mobile, since this is going to be for an Instagram story ad. No one's actually going to see it exactly like this. They're going to see the mobile version of it. One thing with ClickFunnels that's really nice is they show a mobile view. So we're going to click mobile, and we can see that everything lines up pretty well. It looks nice. One other thing that we can do is, let's see. Move me over a little bit. Sorry, guys. We can make the background a little transparent. That way it can kind of show in the back a little bit. But that's pretty much it for the funnel. We already have it set up for the tracking so that we can actually, after they're done with the quick little 2-question survey, it'll go straight to the actual offer, the landing page that we're trying to do, and then hopefully convert for us. So that's all set. We're going to go ahead and hit save. All right, and now we're going to back out of that. And here's our link. So this is where the link that we would be using inside our Facebook Ads Manager. You'll see eventually we'll get to that. The next step that we're going to go through is actually creating our ad images. So let's go ahead and start creating some images here. So with that, we're going to be using Canva. So here we are in Canva. Actually, that does not look good over there. Sorry. So here we are in Canva. Basically, this is the template that we have all set up. I'm going to show you guys how to create this template. It's super easy. It's just a couple few things. So first things first, it's just a black box, a black rectangle. Secondly, it's just going to be a circle. See this circle here? So a rectangle and a circle. And then thirdly, just a swipe up emblem that you can find on Google. That's exactly where I found this. I just typed up swipe up logo and it popped up, and I just downloaded one. But first thing you want to do is you'll just want to get a circle. You can get it over here from the element section. They have different sections for squares and all types of different shapes. And then up here is where you would change the color. So you would want to make sure you change it to black. But what you would do is you would take this circle and you'd kind of put it in the corner over here, so that way it kind of has that little half circle shape over here. And then you're going to place the rectangle right on top, so that way it kind of looks closer as one. Let's move this over a little bit more, maybe do something like that. And then you want to make sure you adjust the hand as in kind of like an accurate position. So people are going to swipe up like this. You want to do it like that. You don't want to rotate it and have the arrow pointing to the right or anything like that. So make sure you do that. And then you just want to add text. There's a text box over here where you can add a heading. So you just want to add a heading and put that in here. And then you can see we can edit the text, which we'll do eventually. We'll break this down and make this a little bit more clean and specific to the actual offer that we're running. But for now, let's go ahead and start working on some of the images here, start getting some backgrounds in, and coming up with some great ideas in terms for ad copy, an ad copy. So, what I like to do, like I said before, get some Samsung wallpaper backgrounds. Sometimes it's nice to do that. Another thing is to do some Samsung, type in the actual phone that you're doing, so Galaxy S10, then again PNG, so you can actually maybe get some images of the actual phone, just the phone by itself. So you can see that. So I downloaded this one right here already. I actually have this one downloaded already too, that you guys saw in the previous campaign where I've ran this previously in the past. So these are some great images that you would want to run. You just want to download them and save them. Make sure that, again, they are PNGs. Otherwise, you're going to get the background as white and not as a transparent. So it won't necessarily look the same. So that's one way. Really, when you're coming down to the ads, you want to think about different angles that you can approach this. So for the phones, for example, you could try some regular, just, we'll try off some plain backgrounds with the wallpapers, maybe throw the phone on there and some of the Samsung logos, keep it real basic, kind of like maybe one of their ads. You could also maybe take the approach with someone using the phone, so maybe find a female on the internet that is using the phone, maybe they're talking on it or something like that. Because obviously people know that females sell more, they tend to attract more audience with both females and males, and convert better if you have females within the images. So you could do that approach. You could do maybe a Samsung store approach where the background looks like it's within the Samsung store. Maybe people are in there buying Samsung devices. So there's different approaches. You want to maybe Google different images for those things. Simple Google image searches. I know another thing that I did is I actually typed up Samsung Galaxy S10 ad, and you can actually see different ads that actually Samsung has ran. So they've already done their testing, they know what applies or their audience likes. So sometimes I like to kind of base my ads off of what they're doing. So I did download some images. I think I downloaded this one and maybe this one. Actually, I don't think I did this one. So we're actually going to download that one right now and see if it'll work out good for us too. Now, one thing you want to do if you download images like this, you want to make sure that you're doing it in the right language. Don't download something that is obviously not for the country that you're promoting in. No one's going to click on it. No one knows what it says. Don't do it. So those are some. We'll try something like this too. It's got the Android Central. Maybe not that. Maybe something like this. This is a nice photo of the Galaxy S10. Man, that's a really nice photo too. Let's see what this one. This one's not. It's got maybe, no, that's the desk. Thought that was a watermark, but it's not. So you just want to go through and find some images that you think that'll really work well. For instance, this one could be a cool little background. Alright, so let's try some things out. I already have some images from before. I've actually ran this in the past. Oh, uploads. Alright, so here's some of the images that I used in the past. I did more of like the phone approach. There's some of the ads that I was showing you. Some of the basic Samsung logos here. Some of the PNG images that I was telling you about. So it's kind of some just one-off things here. But let's put some stuff together and see if we can get some nice creative ad images that might be converting well for us. So this is a nice blank background, kind of straight to the point. I like to put it on here. Is it going to snap? If you put it close to this edge, a lot of times it'll snap and optimize for you automatically. And then if you double click on it, you can kind of move it around and adjust it. This one looks a little too big, so let's see if maybe we can scale it a little better. So we'll just put it in there on our own, and then, oops, just line it up. And then let's see if we bring it like halfway or something, kind of what it looks like here. And don't be afraid to play around, because you can always bring these things to the back too, so they don't necessarily have to be this big. Yeah, I can kind of already tell that this image isn't going to necessarily work the way I want it, so we'll just go ahead and move on to another one. Let's try a different approach here. So let's see how this one looks. It didn't snap. Sorry. So that one's really zoomed in. Let's see if we can break it down. And really, guys, it's just all playing with your images. You want to just see, just mess around and try and find something that you like. And we'll change this down here to swipe up and win. A Galaxy S10. Maybe something like this. So that looks a lot better. Don't know how I feel about that image yet. Let's try something else. Let's try this one. So that's not bad. And then we could add some of the logos like I was telling you about. Let's see. Maybe put a Samsung logo on there. Put this one down here in the bottom, maybe. So you could do something like that. Not the greatest, honestly. You could probably find some better images, maybe not make it so dark, but this is just kind of an input. Let's see what else we can make here. Let's try it with just, let's work with this a little bit. So we could also do something plain. And then let's take one of these phone PNGs that we had earlier. Let's try this one. Turn it a little bit. Could do something like that, maybe change the background. Do something like that. So you could definitely do a couple different options here. Here's this as well. We could add something like this in here. You can even add little logos down here at the bottom as well. You know, different things just to kind of try out. You're definitely going to want to make a lot of images, especially with testing. You're going to want to make at least around six images to test out, because Facebook will actually optimize the images for you automatically and show you which ones are converting the best or which ones are getting the most clicks. And then what I like to do from that is it kind of shows you what kind of images your audience really likes, and then you can make some more images based off your winners and try and find that one winner that's really the best image that's going to work for the campaign. So that's something I like to do. I like to make quite a lot of images and really start testing them. And I'll even show you the images that I use for the campaign for myself. So that way you guys can see the images that worked for me. I'll tell you which ones actually works the best for me as well. And that way you guys can have a bigger input on that. So what we'll do next, now that I showed you how to make some of the images, one other thing I want to show you though, sorry. One thing that I really like to do with images like this is I like to do breaks in the images to kind of catch people's attention. So I usually like to get this little border right here actually and put it on, line it up, make sure you get all of it lined up. And then I like to mess around with the colors and see which works best. Some people like hot pink the most. It really grabs attention. Probably wouldn't do it too much on this one. I believe the landing page, the actual offer page, had some red in it, so you could maybe do some red. You could switch it up with some other blues. Even try some of your own colors. You could try some yellow. Yellow doesn't look too bad. Basically, I might actually go with the yellow. That looks decent. It catches eye. You want something to basically, when someone's scrolling next and going through all the images, you want something that catches their eye. So doing stuff like this break in their attention is something that catches their eye and gets them more into your actual offer, and leads them more likely to actually go through the actual funnel that you're getting set up for them. So this is another, like an image. Make sure, you know, try both. Try it with the borders and without the borders. I like adding the borders. I think they work really well. So it's something that I would definitely recommend. So that's how you would go through and set up some ad images here. Let's actually go through the next step, which would be actually setting up the ad itself within the Facebook Manager. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, here we are. This is Facebook Ads Manager. This is where you're going to go and set up all of your campaigns to run ads with Facebook or Instagram. So today I'm going to show you guys how to walk through and actually build out your campaign with Facebook for an Instagram story ad. So that way you guys can set up for targeting, the geos, all that good stuff. I'm going to walk you through it as well as show you how to add the ads in and add the ClickFunnels landing page, and show you guys how to get all set up. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, we're going to go ahead and hit create over here. And basically this is where we're going to want to start setting up our campaign. It's going to want to know what kind of traffic that we're going to want to buy from them. We're just going to want the regular traffic campaign for this. So we'll go ahead and do that. Down here at the bottom, we're going to go ahead and change the traffic name. I'm also going to move myself over to the left side, just so you guys can have a better view. So typically what I like to put in here is I just like to put the name of the campaign. First, I like to put that it's for CPAGrip, so I know which affiliate network that I'm running with. And then I'm going to put something like Galaxy S10, and then maybe something like United States, just so I know that that's where the offer is running. Just whatever you want to put in here to make sure that you know what campaign it is and sets you different from all the other ones. Alright, so up here at set name, so this is what we're going to be targeting for. Let's go over to CPAGrip and let's see if there's any kind of targeting restrictions or anything that they say. It doesn't look like there's any kind of restrictions, so we'll just set it up for 18 plus. 18 plus. We'll do male and female on this one, or actually we're not going to do male and female. We'll go ahead and split it up from male versus female. We'll do female first because typically females do perform a lot better, at least in the offers that I've tried to run. I've noticed that. And it's also going to be for the US, so we have US here, 18 plus, female. And we're going to do this as more of a broad interest here, so that way we don't have any detailed targeting on it. I don't know why that's doing that. Alright, do it this way. So we'll scroll down. It's already set up for the United States that you see. 18 plus to 65, both male and female. We're going to change that to female, women, just because we do want to split the interest between male and female so that way we can see which one performs better. Detailed targeting. This is typically where you would put in more targeting to make this reach maybe a little more narrow and bring it down a little bit more, make it a little bit more detailed. So for example, you could put Samsung in there, or maybe Samsung S10 specifically if you want it to be specific around this. You could put mobile phone. You could put a ton of different things in here to target specific groups of people. So we'll just leave that alone for right now. We're only going to target for broad. We're going to do women 18 plus. So that's what this looks like. Pretty simple for this part. Now we're going to scroll down. We're going to do our placements now. So since we only want to do Instagram story ads, we're going to go ahead and hit edit placement. We're going to scroll down. Make sure you do this first, otherwise you're going to have to go in and redo it all over again. Take off desktop. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we're going to start taking off things here. So we're going to take off these feeds because we're not going to, oh, maybe it was already off. It was already off. So we'll take it off. And then we're going to leave the stories on for now. I'm going to take all this other stuff off that I'm not going to be using. I don't want to pay for this. You don't want to pay for this because this is not going to be worth it for us, at least for at the moment. We want to test them all separately anyway. And then we only want Instagram stories. So we're going to take off Messenger stories. We're also going to take off Facebook stories here. So as you can see, everything is off besides Instagram stories. So that's all we want is these Instagram stories over here. We can see that our potential reach with this targeting is going to be 50 million, 2.7K to 7.8K reach, about 20 to 69 clicks a day for what's set up with the budget. Alright, so it looks like it's set up for link clicks here. We want to make sure we put it on landing page views. Well, it really depends. You want to test both. Link clicks works better typically in the United States. Landing page views typically works best everywhere else. So I like to set it up for landing page views. I'm just going to set it up for that for you guys right away, just because the United States offers are a lot more competitive. They are a lot harder to run. If you're new to this, I would definitely recommend running in a different geo. You could still do something that's English speaking, like the United Kingdom, New Zealand. You could try Australia. But I would recommend not doing the United States to start off with. It is definitely a lot harder. Then you want to do the daily budget. So here it is, Galaxy S10. It looks like it pays out $1.73. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to do 3 times the payout. So 3 times that would be about $519, $520. So that would be our daily budget. That's what we want to do. Basically, what the 3-day rule is if you get anything over 3 conversions, it's going to put you in the money. So that should put you over your daily budget. And anything that's getting you over 3 conversions a day or is a winning campaign by the end of it, after the 3 days, is going to be a winner that you're going to want to keep, and you're going to want to kill all the losers. So we'll get into that a little deeper here in just a second. Let's go over to the Ads Manager, and we're going to make sure this is set up for landing page views, because we are going to be, most of the time I would say set it up for that unless you're running in the United States. In the United States it's a lot harder, so you would be doing link clicks, but typically set it up for landing page views, because as a beginner it's a lot easier to get conversions outside of the US, so do that. We're going to set up our daily budget for $520, because that applies to our 3-day rule. And then we'll just scroll down, and it looks like everything else is set up. You can see it changed a little bit over here, and then we'll just hit continue. Alright, so this is where we actually are going to set up the ads, guys. This is the ads that we made together earlier. I also want to show you guys the ads that I made for this campaign a while ago. I told you guys I would show you that. So here's some of the images that I did personally when I ran this. Don't judge me, it's kind of way back when I first started, but this is it. You can see the break that I showed you that catches people's attention. I ran it this one. I tried it a couple different colors. As you can see here, I tried it with the blue. I believe the blue did actually perform better. I tried it without the border. Didn't do good at all. I would definitely recommend the border. It just catches people's eyes and attention. They get drawn into it and just kind of follow along. This one and the next one were actually the winners out of all the images that I tested. This one here, basically it just shows another, a transparent PNG phone that I was showing you guys earlier, the basic logo that we were messing with, and then the wallpaper, just a basic normal Samsung wallpaper that I put in the background. And then again, this one with the line break. I'm pretty sure this one did a lot better, just because it looks a lot cleaner. It looks like something Samsung would necessarily make. So the lines are great. If you're not putting borders, I would definitely recommend it. But these are the offers, the ads that I ran for the offer. And basically what you would do is you would come over here and you would start adding all of the images. So you can add up to 6 at no additional cost, so make sure you're taking advantage of that. Again, make 6 images. It's going to benefit you in the long run. Eventually, you're going to want to test more images anyway if you find a winner. So just make sure you're doing that. And we'll just upload the one that we made. And if you guys want to look at it again, it's this one. Just something basic that we kind of threw together. And then again, if you want to add more, you just clicking here and adding them. Make sure you add 6, guys. It's definitely worth it. And then a little bit more targeting stuff. We're going to scroll down. This is where you're going to set up the actual website URL. So right here, this is where we would set up our pixel. So that is going to be in our ClickFunnels page. Not our pixel, guys, sorry. The ClickFunnels URL. This is what you're going to want to put in here, so that way they get brought to your funnel, and then eventually to your offer. So that's that. It'll load up here again. This is basically a preview of what it'll look like. If you have all the other images in there, you can scroll through them and actually see all the different images right here. So that's what it'll look like. If you scroll down, you can build some parameters, change the call to action. I usually keep it on Learn More. Here's some pixel information. Want to make sure your pixel is on. This one, I have it set up for a different pixel, so it's not going to light up green and show correctly here. But if you're using the right pixel for the account that you're using, then you will have a green light. It'll be ready to go. Like this, it'll just say, it'll be green, and then it'll basically be under this Facebook pixel one. So it'll look just like that. And then you just hit continue. All right, guys, so that's it. So here's the campaign that we're running, 18 plus female. We have the daily budget for $520. As you can see, it's in review. So it might take a little bit, might take 30 minutes, up to a few hours to get approved by the Facebook team. I have noticed the more ads that I've ran over time, I seem to be getting a lot quicker approval rates now for my ads than before. So when you're first starting out, don't be afraid that it's taking quite a long time. It's normal. It could take them a while to get your first ad set kind of approved, but after that you'll be rolling. The only other thing you'll want to do at this point is obviously do some more testing. So we only have one ad set up for 18 plus female. You're also going to want to maybe set up one for 18 plus male. Maybe do one for an interest, and then break it down male and female again. So let's say you want to do 18 plus female plus Samsung phones, 18 plus male plus Samsung phones. There you would have 4 ads to run for the day, and that would put you at about $20 a day of ad spend. So that'd be a nice little testing to start off with, and then you can kind of see how it's going from there. You can scale the winners, or optimize the winners, or kill all the ones that are breaking even or not making you money. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. This was a Watch Me Build campaign for CPAGrip with Instagram story ads. We went through, I showed you guys how I found my images, what images I used for this actual campaign as well. I showed you how to set up the ClickFunnels, the landing pages, how to put the pixel in the ClickFunnels, and that's about it, guys. So with that being said, make sure you sign up for the AFK form by using the link in the description. Again, there's over 1,000 active members on there, lots of great information being shared. You're not going to want to miss out on it. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Are you struggling with your affiliate marketing business or want to take things to the next level? Allow me to introduce you to Dijs University. Dijs University is the #1 affiliate marketing training platform in the world. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced affiliate marketer, Dijs University offers you thousands of different videos with topics such as Facebook, volume, adplexity, and many more of your favorite topics. Step by step, you will learn the secret super affiliate ways to get the most out of each traffic source. Dominate each vertical with our detailed quick start guides. Are you ready to get started? Click the link in the description to sign up today.